Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly love tarot forecast. This is for the week of January 7th through January 13th, 2019. So Capricorn, let's pull a couple cards and establish the main energies that are coming through in this week's reading. Alright, so over on this side we have inner peace. And over on this side, we have intimacy. So, right away, some of you who, yeah, I guess, that really could apply. Because I was just going to say, those of you who are single or those of you who are dating without commitments, but Spirit was like, nope, this also includes some of those Capricorns who are in commitments. Some of you are and this is not for all of you. I'm going to bring through quite a few messages, so just bear with me, but some of you are entertaining a relationship that I feel is more of just a sexual nature and sexual connection rather than like a real solid romantic love. It's more lusty, it's more, and now what I mean by that is on this side we definitely are into this. On this side, I feel this is more just a sexual thing for me, okay? And it's causing this side to really feel bad about themselves, question themselves, what's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? Why can't we be committed? Why can't we go to the next level? Why do you got to date other people? Why won't you settle down with me? Even if you're like in this committed relationship, it would be where they don't compliment you. They don't do things for you. They don't go out of their way for you. That type of energy. And it's really making this feel bad, okay? Whether this is your side or this is your side, you've got to decide which side most applies to you. But this side is feeling really bad. Needs unfulfilled, taken advantage of, used, picked over, rejected, just all kinds of things along that type of energy. And over here, I'm happy, I'm satisfied, I get what I want, I'm very attracted to this. The sexual energy is very strong over on this side of the reading, so that's why I'm saying, some of you, this could be about where somebody's only in it for one thing, and if that speaks to you and you've been getting the sense that that's all that's going on, then you're probably correct. Now, if you are a Capricorn who is in it with somebody just for that person is really starting to catch on to that and feel that energy, and it makes them feel really badly. All right. For others of you, and this to me feels more like committed relationships. There's this desire for a deeper, more intimate connection between, like I'm feeling more on this side, like I wish we were more connected. I wish we had softer moments with each other. I wish that we could be like we were when we first met or 5 years ago. So over here, it's like I'm really desiring a closer bond connection. And over here, it's like I'm not ready for that, or I'm not open for that. There's just some sort of blockage or barrier that's preventing the talking, the communication, the closeness that you once had, just feeling like we're disconnected. Now, some of you could be really willing to work on your relationships this week, but I just kind of get a sense like it's an off balance where one person is very focused on themselves and the other person is very focused on trying to make everything work, make everything right. So let's pull some more cards. All right, that's for that side. And that's for that side. Okay, over here. Haha, look at that. Balance. Balance. All is perfect just the way it is. Own and acknowledge every part of you, and you will find the balance you are seeking. So this is showing up with this inner peace card, all right? And that's over here. Those of you where it's like you feel like you're being used or taken advantage of, you're not wrong. Like, it's taking away from your energy. It's causing you to go out of balance, all right? And then again, here we have that relationship where one person is seeking to gap and bridge the distance. And then this is Electra for over here, and it says electricity thunderbolt activation. You are subconsciously connecting with the awesome power that lies in the energy of the stars. Intergalactic transmission from a place beyond time. A message is coming. Be open-minded. So, you know what? Over here might have a big time epiphany. So if you are kind of in this unhappy, unsatisfying relationship and you don't understand and you don't know how to make it work, I feel it's better to just focus on yourself and not do and be all the things that you always are to that person. And that might kind of jolt them awake, bring them into reality, snap them back down from Mars, where they're like, oh, I didn't realize that you were feeling this way. Or if this is somebody who's been failing to give you a commitment or get all the way in, if you just kind of cut them off and out entirely, that might shock them into, whoa, okay, I'm sorry, you're right. Now, because I felt that like really strong sexual lusty energy, this just really reiterates that for me, where one person is in it because I just want to have sex with you, like that's what this is about for me. And the other person, it's throwing them out of balance because for them this is more of a real genuine connection. They wanted to grow and they see themselves in it, whereas the other person does not. And so the energy's imbalanced and it's causing their self-esteem and self-worth to dissipate in a sense, okay? So if you're dealing with a partner who is difficult or just not in it, whatever your struggle is, it's like you have the power to do something that kind of shocks them into reality and lets them know exactly, you know, how they're treating you, what they're doing isn't right, it's wrong, and you're not going to tolerate it, that you're lonely. But instead of trying to change them, focus this week on balancing yourself within, okay? Asking Spirit for guidance, because everything truly starts with you. So let's add to this reading. Let's pull some more cards. All right, so, wow, we have separation, soulmate, and surrender. Over here we have fresh start, muse, and bound. Oh. All right, so I was hoping to kind of see different energy come out in the Twin Flame Oracle, but I'm not. Again, this person on this side, like, their energy, their desire, their intention is not pure. It's very sexually motivated, material motivated, or it has to do with like energy, where, you know, maybe you really build them up, you do a lot for them, you make their life easier. It's just on this side, I'm seeing, you know, I only come back to this because I really want what you give me or what you do for me. So they could legitimately be kind of in and out, in and out, in and out of your life. And if you have been wondering, well, why is that, or when are they going to come around? Well, unless you do something different than you've done in the past to kind of shock them and make them realize that they just can't come and go as they please, that's the cycle. And I see separation and surrender. So separation, soulmate, surrender, 3 S's there. And look at, This is inner peace, and this is intimacy. So it was N, and now S, S, S. I like that because just like, you know, number synchronicities, letter synchronicities, like that means something to me. So the initials S or I feel are very pertinent to this reading. Anyways, you know, it's almost like some of you have to cut this person off. You've just got to be like, nope, you've got to do something completely different. And, you know, surrender to that, even though it's not desirable. But in order to shock that person and make them recognize that, you know, they cannot just come and go, come and go, come and go, you've got to do something different. Others of you in a committed relationship, I almost feel as though you're kind of wanting out. You're wanting to separate yourself, and, you know, they're like, no, you know, let's just stay together. Let's just keep working on this. But again, it's not out of the same intention as would be over on this side. It's out of need, out of want, out of desire. It's not a pure vibration. It's not a pure intention, okay? And it's like you have to do something different to shock them into reality of how they should be treating you, and, you know, just everything like that. The energies are very unbalanced here. So let's pull some tarot. And, you know, those of you who are single and you're separated from your soulmate, twin flame, you know, however you perceive that, you have got to surrender to the fact that you guys aren't together right now and balance yourself within about that, because if you guys realigned, they're no better off than they were when you parted, and it would just be kind of the same thing over and over again. They need to work on their issues. There's just things in life that need to happen to them to kind of shock them into reality, okay? Now, since this is general, yeah, I was like, as I was about to give this next message and say this now, because this is general, we have the magic card that flew out. Those of you where recently or this week you have somebody from your past, like somebody that you considered very significant, a soulmate, twin flame type of relationship, coming back from your past. Oh my gosh, and look at, that's the card that just fell out again. Okay, fine, universe, goes right there. Okay, if they've recently returned or they're returning now, and this is after like some serious time apart, okay, and they're telling you, hey Capricorn, I really want a fresh start. There's nobody in this world that inspires me like you, that makes me want to be a better person. I don't feel about anybody in this world the way that I feel about you. We have a very strong bond, and I realized my errors. I realized what I did wrong. XYZ has happened to me, and here I am. Like, I really want to make things right with you. I really want a second chance with you. They mean it. All right, Capricorn. That situation here where you let go of them and you just surrendered to the universe because you were like, you know what, I gotta work on me. This relationship is clearly going nowhere at this time, and you let it go, and now here it is showing back up in your life. For those of you that pertains, they are legitimate. But if they don't have any tale about something crazy that's happened to them that awakened them, all these things, then it's not worth your time. But if they're like, oh my God, you'll never believe what I've been through, then yeah, they have changed, okay? So let's pull some tarot. All right, so look at that. We have desire, first card out. This again is that energy that I was talking about, where it's like, oh, I just want sex, I just want what you have, like those type of things. That's the first card out. Next we have the Ace of Staves, which would be the Ace of Wands, and to me this is just the nature of this reading. Definitely that sexual energy, but also this new start being offered to some of you out there. And then look at this, the Four of Arrows. This is the separation for some of you, okay, where we haven't been talking, and now here's this new start. You'll never believe what I've been through since we last spoke. Those of you in relationships, again, you know, there's connection, definitely, but there's distance, there's disconnection, which is quite interesting. So let's just keep going through. Okay, now we have Justice. We have Grace. We have Prince of Cups. We have Illusions. We have Power. And we have Wisdom. Okay, so those of you where the person is just kind of in and out, they won't commit, they're back and forth, all these things. The tarot cards just pretty much confirm all of that. And this week, you're just really wising up to their energy, their intention, and what this is really all about. They're very manipulative. They play on your emotions. They know what to say and what to do to get what they want from you. And you are recognizing the way they manipulate, use, betray, etc. So those of you in that situation, if you're coming to that, you're realizing the illusions and the power, the control. It's like separation. It's time to separate from that person and surrender and trust the universe on it, because again, it's like something has to shock that person to wake them up to, you know, their behavior and how significant and important you are to them. Those of you in these committed relationships, it's like there's this connection, but there's distance, okay? And that just kind of plays out throughout the whole reading, where it's close, it's distant, it's close, it's distant. We're on the same page, we're not on the same page. We're on the same page, we're not on the same page. And it's just like that kind of plays out throughout the month, but the week, there's just this understanding that you or the other person is coming into, and there's some sort of change. There's something that needs to happen here. I don't know, Capricorn, I see many of you maybe like deciding you don't want to be in a relationship, dating a certain person. If you've been really, really hung up on somebody from the past, it's almost like this week you're just coming into this different understanding and feeling, and you don't want them anymore. Anybody where, again, there's this reconnection coming in, and they have this long story to tell you about all these things that's happened, that, and now it brought them to the realization of how important you are. They're real. Any new romantic relationships that show up this week or that have recently showed up, if you've been kind of keeping an arm's distance because you're hung up on the past or hoping to reconnect with somebody from the past, you might want to give this relationship a real chance, you know, put all of yourself in, because I do see you guys separated from somebody, or we're in a situation where there's just like a lot of distance. So there's somebody new coming in. I say go for it. So let's pull some tarot dice. Okay, wow. So we kind of have we have 6 here to clarify. So I'm gonna put these out there. Hopefully they won't make the cards go flying. All right, not bad, not bad. The cards did not go flying. Okay, so what do we have here? And now I go with what's on top. So right here we have the Queen of Cups, and she is clarifying these 4 cards. Right here I have the Sun, and it's clarifying this card. Right here we have the 5 of Wands. Over here we have the Hierophant. And let's see, that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles. It flew all the way over here, so we will put that on bound. Over here we have the 9 of Pentacles, and then Judgment. Wow. Okay, so let me just take this in. Yes. So Capricorn, somebody returning to you after like at least 4 weeks of being broken up for months, for years, I would say they're definitely returning to you at this time. Like, they mean what they say. They have learned and grown quite a bit from whatever happened in the past. They've seen the light, and they're returning back to you because they definitely want a second chance. They want to do things differently, or if nothing else, at least apologize to you for the way things went down. It's just like this great epiphany of realization. Those of you where you've recently met somebody new, or there's somebody new coming in your world this week, don't hang on to the past. If you're kind of dating somebody but they're wishy-washy, or you're hanging around waiting for an ex, if there's somebody new that showed up, really give them a chance, okay? This could actually be a lot of fun, and go somewhere. It's just, you've got to give it a chance. And those of you in existing relationships, again, I really feel that there's a lot of manipulation and emotional control going on, and it's kind of at the point where you've got to make some decision and do something drastic or completely different to kind of snap them into reality. I did feel like if you haven't heard from somebody in 4 days, hearing from them excludes they've come to see the light. So if it's only been 4 days, no, they do not see the light. It's the same energy of back and forth. I'm talking like 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years. You know, it's a longer, more significant period of time. So let's pull some advice for you guys. Surrender to effortlessness. So this says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. And with surrender right here, I think, you know, that's on this side, which I'm seeing more as you. And you're kind of at the point where you are recognizing, I can't force, I can't push. If this person doesn't want to be on board with me, I'm not going to beg them to be on board with me. And that might be like the difference in your energy, where you're just like, see you later. And again, it can make them change and click into being, or they might be gone forever. But either way, whatever is going on here for you, Capricorn, you've got to be willing to let some things go. If it's not working out, let it go. There's better for sure. Just surrender to, you know, separation and all of those things, because that might be exactly what needs to happen to snap somebody into reality. So let's pull a card to clarify surrender to effortlessness. Cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much-needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean your house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Yeah, this to me is where the person who's in and out, it's time to cleanse yourself of them. They need to go. Anybody returning to you after a significant period of time, I feel like they have cleansed themselves and they really understand, and you know, they're seeing the light. Anybody new coming into your life this week, or a newer relationship, I really see that it has longevity, and you should give it your all and cleanse yourself of your past, okay? Those of you in existing relationships, you've got to cleanse some part of you to help the relationship improve, or you've got to completely cleanse yourself of the relationship for now, to kind of shock that person, for them to wake up and, you know, see what their behavior does, the choices they make, and how you just can't, you know, tolerate that anymore. So Capricorn, those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.